Hello everyone and welcome back to more of the NYChampionships NA Qualifier. We're finally ready to jump into game number 2. Man, it's hard to get these players to get in their seats and even the casters and ready to go. We're in there. I'm first. Yeah. It's like almost an empty lobby and I'm like, ready to cast. Let's go.
I was getting my fiend on, like hearing the latest on Twitter, Reddit, and suddenly like, hold on a second. It's been like 15 minutes since the last game ended. We haven't got a game. Like I just completely forgot I was middle of casting a series here.
Well, we got a game now. Let's just not hold people off any further. There you go, folks. First pick is going to be a lovely little bounty hunter right there. How wonderful for Cloud9. They put priority in banning out the pesky gyrocopter and even the Tusk. Pain Gaming rid of the Dark Seer and rid of the Lesh. That means they're going to be opening up with a Dazzle. Will we see an Earthshaker? Yes, we will. Dang it, I almost got it in. I almost looked cool, but not really a surprise overall. Earthshaker, top priority for both of these teams.
Yeah, and well, Cloud9 Bounty Hunter kind of the Earthshaker replacement. So this is the first time we've seen a bounty, I think, in pretty much all of Nanyang. It's just been a hero almost always banned out in the first stage, and I'm pretty certain it'll be SVG's hero in that kind of 4th position roaming role. So we'll see what he can do there, and it's normally kind of Theban 1437 playing that kind of safe lane zoning support. So Pain pretty much committing to their 2 supports from the get-go. I think Earthshaker can go the off lane, but with a bounty roaming around mid lane, you kind of do want the Earthshaker spending more time protecting mid than anything.
Second pick, no real surprise by this one. Lina going to be grabbed again for Cloud9. Brax sported the Lina last game, did a great job. I must have saw 3 or 4 times that Storm Spirit eat a Laguna and then just get shattered apart. So can't really fault them on getting up that grab here. But as we move in the ban phase, I would wager we might see another Brood ban here if they don't want to risk. But they do have a bounty hunter. Does he help at all when you're going against the Brood because you got the benefit of the track to keep her spotted? Or because you're, then again, you're a support bounty, you're probably not going to get 6 till later. By that point, Brood might already be a problem.
Yeah, I would say bounty does not help at all in that sense against Brood. Obviously, it's better than having to buy. It maybe saves you a dust here or there, but bounty does not act as a good Brood counter. Smart play Brood, you just hit sitting on trees and it's half the time bounty won't even be able to get a track off on you. So
I think they want the Brood. I mean, even the ban on Wyvern just kind of raises that small Brood flag a little bit.
Wyvern is pretty good against Brood, so
well, we'll see if it's something that Cloud9 do decide to ban out here, or if they prepare for the Brood, the possibility of a Brood, and just do their own thing. Nope, never mind. So our Brood talk is over. He will be banned out. Pain Gaming will have to look elsewhere.
Yeah, so Pain Gaming, I don't know. The Storm would be a big struggle in the mid lane against Lina. Lina just gets amplified even more by the bounty. You've got an aggressive mid paired with aggressive support roamer, picks up the Orb of Venom, and will just pressure whoever goes there. So I think you want someone who can play fairly passively, just farm the lane. I think Shadow Fiend is okay mid against this kind of thing because you can drop a sentry, and with a fissure and a couple raises, bounty actually dies very quickly. Whereas a Storm, you can't do quite the same burst damage as a Shadow Fiend can.
Oh, if they did not grab that Storm, I would. Yeah, I think Cloud9 would have taken it. Because you get that Cloud9.
They've already got the Lina though is the main issue there. Like they've already filled their mid lane. I don't think they would run a support Lina for Theban.
That's true. That's true.
But
could see a Clockwork here for MSS. I was thinking more of that. Yeah, Storm, Clockwork, and a bounty hunter. It's like
so
hit
much
and run squad.
Yeah.
I already love the Lina bounty hunter. Is easy track, easy Laguna, easy money. Right then and there. But they still need to consider that MSS offlane grab. Clockwork is just one of the prominent options that are still out there. Unless they try to get frisky and go for an Undying or a Spirit Breaker.
Oh, there's offlaner.
Spirit Breaker, though, why him over something like a Clockwork?
Let's look at this. You can kind of keep tabs of some of these heroes better with the charge. So maybe a bit better against the Storm in the early game. Whereas like your level 1 hookshot onto a Storm Spirit, he's always going to kind of ball lightning out afterwards. So a bit better for maybe ganking the Storm.
Could also be a deny pick maybe. They don't want to risk Pain getting a off lane or support Spirit Breaker to go against their bounty. I could be reaching with this one.
Yeah, I think that's reaching a little bit because you just come out of the ban stage. So if you're wanting to deny something, you can, for the most part, ban it out. Obviously, you're limited on bans and you want to ban the Brood. So it's maybe like a secondary consideration for them. But
well, let's see what Pain Gaming do as a response. Their 4th pickup to come here. Still looking for possibly a second support if it is going to be an Earthshaker core. Otherwise, they would need that offlaner. As I said before, Clock, one of those options that's still there. And then obviously they will need their HFN hero, which was picked in this slot.
In the past, he was
draft.
playing mid, so maybe he's going to go to the Storm Spirit this game as well. It's kind of like I was surprised last game to see ADR on the Storm, since that was HFN in their previous series playing Storm.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But
late game, they'll need it.
yeah, they do need a late game carry, whether it's for HFN or for ADR.
PL is still out there as a possible late game option.
Yep.
What are your thoughts about that?
He sounds great to me. Can get out of track with the doppelganger. You can dodge a lot of Lena spells. You can dodge charge with it. At least as far as the charge when Spirit Breaker gets near, he will follow you after the doppelganger if he's charging you. But I think PL's a solid pick for the safe lane farming role for either team. Actually, there may be something Cloud9 want to grab up as well themselves.
Razor is going to be the choice for Pain Gaming. Good, durable. Put this guy on a mech, and then you're ready to siege and move forward as 5, let's say. Start taking down some of those early structures. But as far as his significance in this particular matchup, I mean, I guess it's nice to have a core who can be durable if there is going to be a lot of pressure coming your way in the form of Bounty Hunter and a Spirit Breaker. But outside of that, anything else that's kind of popping in your mind on why the Razor here and now?
He's one of the better laning heroes, so he can actually push the Spirit Breaker out of lane. You can't really come up and contest farm as Spirit Breaker because of the static link, which is always just going to get thrown out at you if you go in. So a hero they can leave alone a bit more in the safe lane compared to a PL who would need constant support and zoning from Dazzle.
There's that PL. It'll be snagged up from the side of Cloud9. The Ritsu hero, we already know what he can do for farming, and he's very capable in the hand for AM. We saw him last game do a great job as the Spectre. This time we'll see him sport the Phantom Lancer here. Probably more or less a lot of the same play style, committed to that farm, but he can participate when necessary. Good grab nonetheless. It is a PL into an Earthshaker, which is, you know,
that's fine.
Small cause for concern, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Should be fine.
I see people, like, it's one of those things that's talked about, like, oh, it just sets up the big echo slams. Like, nah. I think PL's actually like perfectly fine against Earthshaker. There's no issues there. There's always maybe a potential for a big blink echo slam, but that's there regardless of what you're picking. The illusions just only amplify that a little bit.
Final bans to roll out here. Pain removing the silencer. Can't fault him on that. You see an initial jump in from a storm, you simply pop the silence and there'll be no follow-up, no quick blink in Earthshaker, no dazzle dishing out a grave, no nothing, so can't fault him on that. Cloud9 do decide to continue on, grab that secondary support, and still favor getting something like the silence. You still have some good options out there. Skywrath Mage is something we see from teams like DC, and also Disruptor could be a possibility. Very good at with the kinetic field and being able to kind of hold close that Razor, not allow him to get out too far, and obviously his silence is very good against the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, we've seen 1437 almost exclusively on the Dazzle. I'm going to say they seem to favor more a bit slightly more defensive supports, but unlike DC who do go for the Skywrath you were mentioning, so we'll see what the option will be this game for 1437. But Witch Doctor kind of defensive support if they want something which can just zone and keep the PL sustained in lane using the heal. And it's kind of uncertain yet who's going off lane for Pain, so they'll get a better idea of what they need for their last pick here with Pain's off lane choice.
Yeah.
Or they may pick a support and run Earthshaker off lane. It looks like a potential Enigma jungle with Earthshaker off lane, or even a less common Enigma off lane, which
I mean, do you pick a jungle Enigma into a Bounty Hunter? I feel like that's I mean, you can prepare. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
okay, we can make sure we hold down the fort of our jungle first, so that in the case they invade and drop a bunch of wards and rid of all the camps, you know, we could be there ready to go. But that doesn't just stop the fact that this Bounty Hunter is probably going to be fine roaming, getting his face poking, stealing CS, stealing jungle camps.
I'm trying to think. I used to play like a ton of Enigma. I haven't done it in a while, but I think even when I was like, I'd pick the Enigma, like I'd almost exclusively jungle. Even when I saw a Bounty, I think I would. I wouldn't say, oh, I need a lane now. I think for the most part, like with your Eidolons there, like he comes, what Bounty does, he'll leech experience maybe, so you level a lot slower. For the most part, with 3 to 6 Eidolons, you can outlast hit him when you're going for the last hit. So you're getting more farm. You're getting the farm. He's not. It also means he's not pressuring the mid lane if he's trying to mess with your jungle. I think Bounty may choose to prioritize more towards the mid lane rather than the Enigma. He will still poke his nose in and mess with the Enigma here or there, but he'd rather look for the Courier, look for kills in the Storm. So It's feasible. It's obviously not. You're not going to see that level 6 at 4.5 minutes that like Puppy and AOI do when they jungle the Enigma. You're looking much more at like a 7-minute level 6 potentially, with depending how annoying Bounty is. But I think you can make it work.
The other fallback plan, of course, we briefly mentioned was the possibility of Enigma just going out to the off lane.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's Pain Gaming after all. They could say it's something that they have ran or do run in scrims, but nice call from before. Witch Doctor going to be the grab here for Mr. Teban, and it's going to be their secondary support. So, as you said, great for long-range zoning capabilities. Got good sustain with his heal, and cannot sleep on the pesky little death ward there. It will do deceptive amounts of ridiculous damage against Pain Gaming side if they're not careful.
Yeah. The one concern for me with the Enigma offlane is PL is pretty damn good at killing Eidolons. You can get the 1 point in Phantom Rush, you pick up a Quelling Blade later on, and you do kill Eidolons with relative ease. But we'll see what Tavo can do. He has picked up the Enigma and will be going offlane with it, it looks like.
All right, that's funky. Look at him go. Dancing about. He is ready to play. Check out the side of C9 here. Ritsu again, their latest acquire, and Pubstar here. Undefeated in their run so far in the NYChampionships, and he is certainly impressed each game along the way. And for the unknowns, other support, SVG, also very impressive. Nothing to like cry home about and put on the refrigerator, but it's him definitely holding down his role, and it looks like he's already en route. So here we go. It's game number 2 of this best of 3. If C9 win this one, they advance on forward. Pain Gaming would be stuck moving down to the lower bracket and battling it out with all the others through the best of ones. So they would love to get a win here and try to take it to a 3-game stretch. SVG pops into the invis right in front of the eyes of Cat, who's already well and prepared here, gods. He's got 2 obs and 2 sentries ready to go. He takes him towards the top lane.
There is 4 sentries on the Dire side. They have some serious anti-bounty hunter kits going on.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And Bounty just with the single sentry to kind of battle out the D-Ward battle in mid lane. So I imagine that's going to be a battle that Pain will come out on top of. So as a result, Bounty may have to focus his efforts more towards like the offlane Enigma where he wants to harass, look for the courier a bit, potentially even look towards the safe lane, but he is pinging out the courier here. I think knowing that like a hero like Storm on mid will bring out a salve, but he's already got a salve, so Storm doesn't actually need to bring out any extra items beyond what he's got from level 1 until
he's
he
waiting
farms
a
the
bit,
bottom.
but it's not going to be coming here, and they do have July nearby. Going to be playing that very close quartered mid lane Earthshaker, no surprise about that, and they'll just begin tussling with each other as it goes. That means Brax can just focus what he needs to do here in the mid lane, and you did call it. They ended up switching it up, so HFN playing the Storm Spirit now, going to be in the mid lane. Could be a slightly different test for Brax. I'm curious. It's the same matchup as it was in Game 1, but with a different player. So who is the better Storm Spirit? We'll find out.
Yeah.
Give it or take the supports who come in and kind of ruin the 1v1. Obviously, that just comes with the game, but it is very interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, Ritsu having a fine time in the safe lane, I imagine. He's already throwing lances at Eidolons for last hits, so Eidolons give quite a lot of money as well as experience, and we'll see how things develop there. Storm forced to salve early in mid. He's taking a lot of harass.
You're right.
Actually gets his salve cancelled as well by Brax, so Brax is really laning amazingly well so far. 1 CS on Storm, and he's used a Tango and a salve.
Not so good. Top lane, it's not going to get any easier for them. SVG has been keeping this pull camp in check. Always around, at least taking away, sapping some of that sweet little XP, not allowing Cat to kind of just get his own bits aside farm. ADR will continue to work in lane as the Razor. Already chewed through one of his tangos, still very low on life. Look over at MSS. Still trying to like find his way for now. Still holding on to level 1 with no CS, but he's got some assistance here from SVG to kind of keep the attention drawn elsewhere. So,
and he's got off the pull camp now, so this is where he's going to get a lot of experience coming his way. He can either leech the Centaur camp dying here at top, or he can just wait for the Dire Wave to push out. This Dire Wave is going to quickly get like a double range creep, I imagine, and that's going to push right into his tower. So he'll be level 3, level 4 in no time at all. This offlane is looking fine for Spirit Breaker.
Yep. Some very good mid lane also, as you already talked about. But bottom, Ritsu continuing to farm up. It looks like he has help, as Steven's going to be one to pull out the camps. Nothing blocked. Don't even know if he needed to de-ward anything, because there was so much attention elsewhere to make sure they could try to keep this early harassing bounty hunter in check. That means that Enigma didn't really get the opportunity to, you know, put a ward down on the side or block out the camp, and he might be in the dark here now. Just putting out Eidolons to help him kind of get an idea as far as what's happening on the side.
And using it to get denies as well. So 4 denies so far, and I think at least 2 or 3 of those have come from the conversions.
Getting a Soul Ring would certainly help out because those do cost quite a bit of mana here. Teban sees, throws a coconut, and they just continue to play a bit of footsie here. What's happening up here? SVG poking quite a bit here. HFN in trouble. Spirit Breaker happy to just jump right over the fissure and wants to commit. Oh, man! Yeah, of course. Of course. Anyways, back on the other side. Grave hoping Cat for now, but he's being tailed. And he will go down. Brax is going to get that last hit as well. It's 2-0 here. MSS. He's lucky. Probably would have got him regardless.
I know he wouldn't
Could have been close.
I don't think
Oh,
he
do you have
does.
boots?
Storm,
Yeah, he does have boots.
I don't know if Storm bought boots after dying, but even if Storm doesn't have boots, it's not like Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker with slightly better movement speed, but I think Storm was fine without the bash.
Well, he gets the bash. Figures, and they'll get the kill for it. Now putting up 2-0 at this point. SVG goes back to the mid lane here, and it's just a lot of mileage here for little July to try to help out anyone he can. A little bit of a walk the dog happening over here in the top as ADR is going to try to keep MSS in check. We go back and venture bottom lane. Teban has made his presence known, and because of all those fancy little denies and Eidolon work, this pressure continues to just happen right under the tower here for Enigma. So he's getting some good XP.
Ritsu's still farming decently, and he'll maintain that, I imagine. So
I don't imagine any threat to come his way anytime soon. I mean, Earthshaker is nearby, but he's just a walking fissure still at this point.
Yeah, Ritsu's got all he needs, really, for the basic early game. So this will be a fine lane for PL. At the same time, Pain have at least drafted an offlaner that's guaranteed to get experience and slow down Ritsu's farm a little bit. It's kind of that, I mean, the Lich Enigma just natural kind of and denying in the offlane just to slow down carries to a small extent, but you can lose all of that just by giving a PL a single kill. Like, okay, yeah, you've denied maybe 10 CS, but 1 kill, and suddenly that's like almost 10 CS worth of action right there.
It's pull time across the map here. We got MSS who's once again going to be pulling for the off lane, so we can get right back under the tower. And for Pain Gaming, they get a good couple of stacks built up here for their Storm Spirit to kind of fall back on at some point. But this is your first Nightfall of the game, and we'll see what kind of movement we're going to have here. Cat will return back to the top as July will still hang around this mid lane, but for C9, maybe they're going to be the ones to go on the possible move. SVG near the Roche pit, maybe eyeballing an opportunity bottom. No, maybe mid. They might have to just wait for Brax to get to his level 6 and get that Laguna if it's anything like what we saw in the last game.
Yeah.
He is disrespecting this Storm as it is right now.
Oh,
27-9, 28, 39 to 9. Yeah. 30, he has, okay. Yeah, it's crazy. And it's not going to get any easier. HFN's in trouble. SVG's here, and it looks like an easy kill for them. Fissure follow-up is going to be coming a little bit late, and as they rotate in Cat, it's not going to matter as far as getting any sort of return kill. They get what they want, and they walk away.
Oh, yeah. Just great laning from Brax all around. And all 3 lanes are looking pretty good for C9. Talked about Spirit Break and how he'll just get XP in the offlane. He's already level 4.5 and about to hit level 5, so...
I don't want to have to say this too soon, but we'll have to already think about what the comeback factor here could be for Pain, because I'm looking at 3 very fruitful laning setups here
and
for
bottom
C9.
lane, they've gone in.
They have made the commitment. They're going to go for Tavo, and they're going to get the kill.
Yep. Bounty was just in position from behind, and a Lance just leads things up.
Oh, Brax doesn't need no help to do this. There's that first Laguna. We are going to miss the debut on screen, but nonetheless, it's Storm Spirit going down again, so whether it's HFN or ADR, they both don't like having to go against this Lina in the mid lane and all the help that comes with it. They're going to get put check once more. 0-3 for him.
Last game, we saw C9 get ahead like 4 kills unanswered, but Pain were getting so much farm of the map. They were actually leading on gold. This time around, C9 are destroying on farm, though. They are farming all 3 lanes effectively. They've got a support Witch Doctor who's even got some CS in the jungle. This is a very, very bad start for Pain Gaming.
And they're about to make things possibly even worse for Pain. MSS has already went out and discovered that there is some stacks built up here. It looked like they might have considered an operation to move in and steal it, but instead they see possible potential on this Earthshaker in the mid lane. Oh yeah, it would be an easy kill. Now that Fisher's also been committed, that might be the point for them to jump in, and there it is. MSS going to lead in with the charge as he tries to clarity up. Follow up, critical strike with the Janata and the Orb of Venom, and Brax says, that's my kill now. Pops in with a Dragon Slave and finishes him off.
Yep.
Now dominating already, 6-0. Brax having 4 of those kills.
Oh boy. There's a DD room waiting for him bottom if he wants to go snag it up as well, although for now it looks like they want to just pressure this mid tower. Storm just trying to finish his level 6 in the jungle, and that's where he's kind of completely vacated mid lane and not quite there yet still, unfortunately.
So what's it feeling like so far, just based on the impressions we've already had in this series? Is it just looking like C9 may be on that kind of next level where Pain are just not at? Or maybe Pain have just not been able to strategize as good of a draft? Might have to hold that thought, though, for a moment, gods. There's a charge leading out here on Tavo for the bottom lane, but there is rotational help from the Earthshaker here. Oh, I was going to say it doesn't stop MSS. Maybe could have committed for it, but there would have been a fissure to stop him. Plus now Cat's even nearby with a grave. It was better for MSS to pull back, but
I feel like on your point, I think game 1, Pain fought C9 blow for blow, and in some ways in the early to mid game, they were outplaying them. It just fell apart in the late game, and I think Tiny was maybe not ultimately the best pick because of how he got countered by the Tusk, but it does feel like they have maybe some slight drafting issues. The offlane Enigma is not necessarily, like, it's getting a lot out of the lane. You've already hit level 6 on your offlaner, which normally is great, but they've gone very kind of unconventional with this draft and aren't finding what they need out of their openings.
Poor little Dazzle. He's waiting for the Storm to TP to mid lane, and he doesn't even get the bottle share.
Oh, no.
As a support, I'm like, come on, just give me some. I'm thirsty. And he even pinged it out, too. So, oof. Bottom lane, charge. MSS gets the bump onto July and says, tag, you're it. Leaves. No follow-up going to be coming from that point. I suspected there would probably be a bit of a pause period here for C9 before they continue to be aggressive. It looks like they're putting some solo farm priority onto SVG so we can get that level 6. They would love to turn all these picks into track gold picks if possible. He's getting there. He's about level 4.5 for now. But
and Brax is going to complete his Yules here in the jungle with a triple stack.
Last game, what, 11-minute Yules? And this game, 9 minutes.
That's scary.
That's nice.
This Storm, I don't know if he's ready for it this early. Like last game, it was like, okay, yeah, Lean's going to have a Yules coming out soon. But this time around, it's like, wait, he actually has it at 9 minutes in? Are you serious?
He certainly does.
And he's hiding it on the career. I was about to say, I saw it coming down, I was like, that's an item you maybe want to hide. It's kind of like that Blink offlane initiator, like your Axe or your Centaur. It's like you hide that when you first get it. And
or Bat Rider. Remember, that was an offlane hero for a while.
For a while. For a long while. And then
he deserves some rest.
But Brex gives up waiting. He sees Storm not going for the next creep wave and just nukes it out.
Maybe Pain won't see it. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, he was just there for one extra wave, so there's a chance it wasn't scouted.
One of the biggest farmers right now for Pain's side is this Razor, but it's been quite a while since I've seen a Razor really transition a lot of early farm into being like a real big threat. But hey, maybe ADR will be one to show me different here. He's looking to build up into your casual mech that your Razors like to do, and then that's probably when you decide to turn it up. Looks like he's going to head over to the mid lane here. Smoke time? Yeah, it seems to be it.
Yeah, they've grouped up like they want to do so. They've got the Storm Ball Lightning. No points in Electric Vortex, so that's a big deal. And they'd love to get a kill on Brax here, and the Yules will not save him from a potential gank.
Yeah, they're a little late if they were trying to use the smoke to intercept any sort of rune movement, but they eventually do catch up with them. The tip of the fissure, a fly-in from HFN. Brax still able to kind of etch away. Coconut going to be coming a little too late. They Delta split away from the additional stun, and they're going to be able to take down Brax. That's a dominating streak for 526 extra gold.
And just kind of good play there. The support was there, ready to kind of protect him. 1437 to right, but being on a hero like Witch Doctor as opposed to the Dazzle, you don't have the Grave. If that's a Dazzle, that's Brax getting a couple of kills and probably surviving, but the Witch Doctor just doesn't have that insta-save potential.
So they get their first kill on the board, but SVG has also just dished out his first track. Your Bounty Hunter now level 6. That's when things can get a bit scary. You know, the harassment's going to be coming, and plus they're going to continually get all that additional intel from all the track vision. I don't know if they have much of an answer right now to remove it. It doesn't look like they would.
Yeah, they're pretty limited there. Maybe Enigma will kind of go into something like a Guardian Greaves, but I mean, for now, just trying to finish up his basic starting items. Actually picks up a Battering, so it looks like Tavo wants to be able to pressure lanes pretty heavily with this pickup.
Yeah, is that a late Vlad's Enigma?
Probably just wants the extra armor on his Eidolon so PL doesn't kill them as quickly. With the, I mean, Quelling Blade PL with Aquila is like probably two-shotting Eidolons at this point.
Well, he is level 7 now. We have yet to see the glorious debut of his fantastic black hole if he's able to get as much as he can out of it. Possibilities for C9 to really cancel it out, though. A lingering coconut to fly out from T-Bin could be there. A shuriken toss, actually not that hard. If you get a single track onto Enigma, just any casual nearby creep, boop, bop, and it's going to be done. And the range on the bounce is crazy. I actually would not be surprised if the frog decides to turn that one down just a few numbers. It feels like the initial one is just like nothing. You're just like, I got to get so close to get the first shuriken off. But after that, it just flies. Flies off to the fountain, for God's sakes. It's crazy. But we'll see if they'll be able to stop the big bad black hole this game. But you got to remember, part of Enigma's game also is just the mind game that there is a black hole to fear.
Yeah. And pretty important, Enigma actually denied the bottom tier 1 tower. So C9 been doing a good job pressuring towers at both bottom and mid. Both got really low, and that would have been a big chunk of gold going PL's way. He already has drums completed regardless, but he would have drums and another 500 plus gold if he got the tower as well. So
okay,
a small thing going Pain's way. They still have their work cut out for them to turn this game around, though.
Let's get some track gold, Brax.
Yeah,
Brax and SVG. Laguna in the holster here. Oh my goodness, we can do it. Let's go. Yules, LSA, Dragon Slave, Laguna with a track on top, and a charge comes in. Weebu King 95 going to take the chaos on that one, but it's track gold for everybody. Here come the rotational help from Pain Gaming. They commit 3, and they're not going to be able to follow it up. It doesn't look like HFN wants to make any sort of deep dive without his backup being nearby. And they will not be able to get anything from it. SVG dishes out the track. There is a charge flying out, but that just looks to be a casual charge onto... oh, no, it's not going to be casual. Ritsu's here. Ritsu goes in with a Spirit Lance. This Earthshaker is in trouble. 4 more seconds for a fissure, and MSS is already coming. And he's going to KS that one, too. Double KS for Weebu King 95. Well played.
And Dazzle, meanwhile, died to a bounty, so I'm guessing that was a track kill.
Top lane.
They used the Death Ward as well, so it looks like a bounty Witch Doctor duo with Death Ward.
They might get Brax here. Jump in from HFN. He gets hit with a Spirit Lance, decides to double back, and now he's going to get hit, and he's going to get killed. 3rd straight kill for MSS on his Spirit Breaker, and it looks like they're going to also get the Razor. Oh, this is disastrous right now. I don't know what's been going on, gods, but I have to say the last couple of series we've been casting have been very one-sided. I was not expecting this from Pain Gaming.
I'd say game 1 was actually really close, but yeah, this game is right now a huge stomp, and it's not looking like it's changing anytime soon. The Storm is... I mean, game 1, I guess the Storm got shut down really badly, but Pain had other areas that were looking good. This is just all 3 lanes going poorly. The support's not getting much done, and yeah, track from 90 now going the way of C9 as well, to make things even worse.
Love the movement from T-Bin. Actually runs towards the tower to avoid that first initial jump, but there's no way he's getting away from the rest of that onslaught. HFN just emphatically happy to get a kill back their way. Grabs a hold of the pesky little Witch Doctor. But they've been worrying about a lot as it is. Here are Charging Spirit Breaker, SVG running around with track gold, and Brax and his Laguna, but, you know, Ritsu, all the meanwhile, had been farming and even participating. Not only does he have a glorious amount of farm and highest net worth in the game, he's 2-0. So this Phantom Lancer is like just that much more of an insurance policy for Cloud9. Oh, HFN is gone as well, and there's going to be no pause. I guess the auto pause feature has not been moved into Reborn yet.
No.
So
Last time it was Ritsu throwing out the pause for him, so good carry and good manners as well.
Does he have good manners though, Gons?
I don't know. He paused for them last time.
It was what was it when they faced Union Gaming? It wasn't 5 seconds before there was a pause, and he's like, typical.
Yeah. I told Ben about that one. He had a good laugh.
Oh, apparently he missed the dankception of a 7-1 at one point.
Oh yeah,
against Brazil. Oh, but yeah, more or less a lot of the same happening here. They'll have to wait for the Storm to make his return.
What do you know? This is a rare occurrence where PL and Lena have the same net worth.
Oh, 7-7-7. Very nice.
Got to be an airplane number or something.
The 7277 takeoff landing in Pain Gaming's court now.
Oh, yeah.
Diffusal Blade. Ritsu almost has got it done. Very nice. Does this mean if Cloud9 win this, is their next opponent Digital Chaos?
Yeah, win a bracket final.
Oh,
There's only 8
baby.
teams. We're done in like 3 days.
Yeah.
This is gonna be over fast.
And that would mean, and I know, of course, I'm not going to speak too soon. We still have a full game of Dota ahead of us, folks. Don't worry. But if Pain Gaming are to drop this game, that means that they will be awaiting Fire, I believe, in the lower bracket.
Correct. I think that sounds right.
Or Root
I can
Gaming.
check.
There's
Yeah.
Root Gaming as well.
Root Gaming is.
I don't know if they do like that bracket flip.
Yeah,
that
some do the flip, which is where it gets confusing.
So you don't face the same opponent.
Most of the time, most brackets do the flip, so I think they may make it so that you avoid versing the same team.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
And then the other game would be Root versus. Well, I can't remember who's the 4th team still alive.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. It looks like our game is back and underway here. 14 minutes in, 11-2. A commanding start here for Cloud9. HFN has made his return back into the game, and we will get underway here. But Cloud9, certainly the ball is in their court, but hey, there is a smoke here, and they might get a free Ritsu kill. He's very low as he tried to just kind of poke over for the rune, and he gets punished for it. All right, easy Phantom Lancer grab. 807 gold for it.
Yeah.
That's
Just getting
a
a bit greedy
big,
there.
big
Bottom lane,
boost.
though, they may be finding a Tavo kill here.
Spank him with a track as he walks back to the tower.
Charge through mid. Wow, this is a very fast Shadow Blade coming out for Spirit Breaker. This is where taking all those kills kind of works in his favor, at least. Whether it's going to suit the overall team strategy, we'll have to wait and see. But already has the amulet and 800 gold on top of that.
Very big farm. It's all those KSs he got earlier.
Yeah. Are fortified.
Top lane pings out here for ADR. Still trying to throw together the remaining components of his mech. It looks like he has his buckler done. And he's still about 500-600 gold short from just finishing it off. But it's just looking like at the way the game is going, even by the time the mech is finished and they decide, let's get together and let's take some pushes, I still would feel like Cloud9 might have the upper hand in going for a team fight. But as it is right now, it's just a very unnerved Pain squad as they wait back and behind. Teeban alone was able to push down this tier 1 in the top lane, so plenty of gold for him and lots of solo XP coming his way.
Brax is nearby with an Invis room, which is where there was like, if you tried to defend that in Pain's court, you were giving up kills. So
eyes on mid lane. Enigma obviously knows he's cracked. Oh! Gets hit with a Laguna, and he lives. Brax just like, that was just a sucker punch right there. But he didn't knock him out. He's able to walk away, so.
He's limping. I mean, the whole Pain gaming team right now is limping. Like
that's just got to be, he's like, I'm safe here, right? This is a safe place under this tower. Boom! Laguna out of nowhere. Nowhere is safe. Oh, the punishing blow from
This
C9.
is not a fair fight right now between these two teams.
Razor, I'm safe here. Gets charged in. Okay. This is going to be an Alphys catch. Eidolon's good damage. Eidolon. Oh, God. Don't tell me he has to black hole for this. No, he won't, but they got the remaining bits of damage. He's not going to be able to retreat from there.
That's a big streak. 600 gold.
More gold. Just kind of pocketed over here to Pain. And now they're going to make a committed jump. They see it coming as he's tracked up. Teeban, though. Casual sidestep here. How far does HFN go? Oh, Brax is here. Boom, bang, bong. No Laguna yet. Still 1 more second for cooldown. They get him down instead. Steven, though, drops the Holy Death Ward. Might get the finish there on an HFN. No, it looks like he's going to be able to live. And they get the follow-up kill. It's a double kill for ADR at this point. Okay, Pain Gaming. They get little bits.
Lina missed the stun off the Yules combo there. A rare miss for Brax, and that was what kind of led to their downfall. All they had to do was hit the Yule's Light Strike Array.
Maybe didn't suspect Razor just suddenly popped out at that moment. It was kind of
like,
ooh.
It can definitely spook you when you see that 1 extra hero there. Like, oh, this isn't going to be a straightforward pick-off. I may actually be in a bit of danger here.
Yeah. Plus, he probably realized, like, ooh, the timing's not working out. My Laguna is actually not ready for the follow-up yet by just a second or two. And well, would you look at that? Pain Gaming managed to string together, what, back-to-back-to-back kills. They got Ritsu near the top there. Then they had gotten that pick onto Brax. And before that, they got a hold of Teeban and MSS. So lots
Maybe
of little
going
goals.
for a Roshan now. They've got Enigma Eidolons. They've got Solo Crest, most importantly, on this Enigma. And they make Eidolon smoke up. And I think they're headed for the pit.
This is good. This is a great heads-up movement here from Pain. Cloud9, are they aware They're close. They're in the neighborhood, and actually they are.
I don't think they know.
drawing out the
This is
game
a very
plan.
unexpected Roshan. Storm's just there taking a rune. I don't think he walks in the pit because they smoked in. He'll linger around because Storm's the ideal hero to grab the Aegis. So he'll linger, and then once Rosh is about to die, just probably ball in, grab the Aegis, and go on from there. Yeah, this is completely undetected for now. There is a Shadowblade Spirit Breaker about to arrive, though. It's too late.
Oh, surprise! Pain Gaming just took Roche under your nose.
There's been decent turnaround. It's still an 8,000 net worth lead, but Pain at least showing some signs of life here.
All right. We got a Dota game again. And Viz going to be passed on from Ritsu here. He instead decides to go into the Pain Woods. We'll farm up a bit. Team was able to grab that first component of the future Ags, starting with the Ogre Club, making him a little bit more durable. No surprise about that. We already mentioned about MSS and his Shadowblade, but might need to consider putting it to use. Mid lane, the pressures are coming. They still have yet to show off that fancy black hole. Track slowly coming out here from SVG. I don't think they're going to be able to stop this push. That's a tier 1 down for Pain Gaming.
There's no detection on the Dire side, so this Spirit Breaker Shadowblade can get a lot done as far as initiations go, but even if you can get a good initiation off, everyone on the Pain side is pretty tanky. Soul Booster up on Storm, Razor with Mech as well as Point Booster. Those tiers on the front lines are very durable. And the back lines, you've got a Dazzle healing and graving people, a Fissure, an Enigma who can drop a Midnight Pulse and a Solar Crest. So Pain Gaming's 5-man is pretty potent right now.
We'll see if they keep it up. That's just one tower, but 2 other lanes that they want to kind of pay a quick visit to, and we'll see if Cloud9 are going to be able to stop them. But while they're busy trying to take these tier 1 structures from lane to lane, Ritsu continues to farm, and we already saw from their first series when he played the AM that very creative with his farming patterns, very dedicated to making sure he can get the most out of his income, and he got a Blink Dagger even on his PL.
That's one way to get more creative and more aggressive with your farming patterns is to have a Blink Dagger.
He's just making a poor man AM right now. Are you kidding me? He's got Diffusal and a Blink Dagger. Oh, top lane, long jump. They catch out the Bounty Hunter here right under a rune. He's going to pull him right back into the vision and get the kill. Nice little solo pick right there from HFN. Will gobble up little SVG. Charge coming out here onto the Enigma. Does not know what's happening. Uh-oh, quickly realizes he's in trouble. Here he comes. Couldn't turn around in time with the vision to get the Maledict off, the Malphus off, and with that, he's going to be going down. Return kill here. MSS grabs that. 12-7, your new score here. Still an advantage for Cloud9 as far as kills and net worth, but Pain Gaming showing little bits of life here and there.
I like how MSS, 17% chance to bash overpowers the 30% evasion there with that second bash after the Nether Strike. That's some RNG. But I think they had the kill regardless. Lena was swooping in, but it's just... This Enigma's probably like, dude, I have a Solar Crest. How are you still bashing me through a Solar Crest evasion?
Because he's the Weed King. Here we go. Looks like Pain want to put their attention possibly towards that bottom tier 1. They still have that Aegis, so they still have all the reason to do it. So they want to move on in. And that Bloodstone now in hand from Storm. They would love to get some charges onto that. Does feel like just things have overall slowed down a bit for the side of Cloud9. You're not seeing Bounty Hunter get too frisky, and when he does, he actually got picked off, and the track gold seems to be on pause for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pain Gaming have kind of stopped the bleeding, which was, I mean, it was just constant snowball from C9 where they're getting kill after kill, tower after tower, and it's been Pain who are the ones dictating plays since getting the Aegis, so they get another tier 1 tower, although they do have to make a decision whether they want to defend the top lane or not. It looks like C9 already in a good position here for this assault. It's only 2 or 3 heroes though, so if Pain commit, they can defend this lane if they so choose.
We'll see. So far, they are not turning. Oh, there we go. The second I look away, there's going to be our first TP. Jumping in, HFN gets the pull on the MSS. Still waiting before he can get that Shadowblade off. Can he make it away in time? He's trying to. Oh, he's able to etch himself out from trouble. Gets a little bit of help from the track speed, and there's a good shallow grave. It's very preemptive, but it helps for now. No Laguna being committed yet from C9. It looks like they'll just double back. Tier 2 did end up going down, but it was denied from Cat. So another gold takeaway there from Pain Gaming. Still, though, your top 2 net worth belong to C9, with Ritsu being at the top, Brack shortly thereafter, but Pain have been very good about not handing over too much at this point. This game started at what felt like 8-1 at some point, 9-1 at some point.
Yeah, it was brutal. Maybe they got like a second kill and it was like 11-2 at one point, but yeah, it was very one-sided. And farm as well. It wasn't just the kills, it was just all across the board. Pain Gaming getting crushed.
You can even see it on the graph. Just chunks of deaths here and here, but then since then, just one little death. So they have definitely working on the buddy system.
They've gone from tier 1 to tier 1. They went mid, went bottom. Now they're top lane, trying to take down the last out of tower. And it looks like they should be able to get it with the safety of the Aegis.
That Aegis should be expiring, I'd imagine, here any moment. As we look at the clock, still broken.
Yeah.
Still
Your clock
broken.
is different to mine. I like that. Mine's at like the 2 hour mark, and yours is at like the 1 hour mark, and it expires now.
Bruno, Ice Frog, whoever's out there listening, fix it, please. Update it while you're at it. Well, they get that tier 1. They get even more gold here. The graph has been plateaued at that 8K mark for a while now, and going against the Bounty Hunter, that might be considered a bit of a victory here for Pain. SVG, speak of the devil, got his own Blink Dagger. That's the good courier snipe build. There you go. Quickly etch in with a track and blink out to safety. Uh-oh, bottom lane. Look at this. They're going to be making a move onto T-Bin. Can't commit for the pull. The second he sees the TP, he gets the hell out of there.
Yeah, dangerous. Like, if you ball in and commit and get stunned up, that's where the blink on Ritsu can really pay off, because he's instantly on top of you, and with a couple illusions, he's burning your mana very fast, and that's where Storm suddenly finds himself very exposed. So
MSS, no fissure now. Why not hit him? He's thinking about it. There's help nearby.
Yeah, Dazzle, help nearby for Pain and not for the Spirit Breaker, unfortunately.
It's like, I got this haste rune, though, also. I just would love to put it to use, but doesn't want to go too deep for it. They've already been handing over little bits here and there, little breadcrumbs to Pain. Don't want to have to give him the loaf. It looks like it's potential smoke time here. Are they waiting for one? Just the way the players always like seem to gather behind a tower and like look around like, you know that a smoke's coming, and there it is, little dusky. That's also an Agnim's complete here, gods, for ADR. So
yeah, he's kept up.
Storm.
He seems much more comfortable in this safe lane role compared to last game, where he was kind of put in a position where he's trying to go around and lead kills for his team, and it seems much better for the roles with HFN on the Storm and him playing that safe lane farmer.
It did look like a struggling start for HFN as well, going down to 0-3 at one point, but look at the recovery, 4-4. It's still holding 8 charges on his Bloodstone. I don't think he's gotten a kill since the Bloodstone pickup, but...
Neither is Lena. Both Lena and Storm on Bloodstone, and neither to start piling up any charges yet.
There's that smoke, and there's that move. A conga line of trouble coming to the C9
immediately
woods.
pop.
And it pops. They know Bounty Hunter's nearby, but the dust is coming a bit too slow.
And even if they hit him with the dust, he can insta-blink if he's fast too, so...
Yep.
It's a hard time to go for a smoke gank because of the Bounty Hunter and his positioning. Smoke on the Radiant side as well, though. Looks like MSS is at least headed towards the top lane. Kind of by himself. I'm not sure what he's looking to get done here.
Both teams splitting the map pretty much right down the middle. C9 taking over Pain jungle side. We touch base with Ritsu. He'll probably have a new item, and he does. It's a Yasha, plus nearly 2,500 gold, which he spends now on an ulti orb. That's a Manta coming his way. Very good. Able to make a quick split. Could help out quite a bit. More targets for a big Echo Slam. That'd be cool. But here comes Pain. Bottom lane, they want a tier 2. C9 considering a bit of a split pressure here towards the top, but they're kind of halfway between. Now we have a TP return here from the side of Pain. And it looks like C9 are going to be heading out. Does this Enigma need to consider making a pickup possibly into something like a Blink Dagger just to get himself into a better position, or is he content on kind of just building up this more defensive build, maybe go for something like a BKB just to be safe?
Defensive build is nice because it guarantees he can have some impact in a team fight. It's kind of like the same idea with the Nature's Prophet going for the Solar Crest, Vlads, and stuff, where popping a Glimmer Cape on someone or a Solar Crest on someone who's being focused down, someone like the Razer in the front lines, you know you're going to help them out.
There's the jump from HFN, looking to finish off Brax as the tower will go down. Eats his own track. Brax trying to muscle away from here. Pops to Yules. They don't want to get too committed into a black hole, so the positioning very crucial from C9. They move on in. Now low on mana. HFN does get healed up from Cat. Lots of tracks out here. C9 might not want any piece of this. They
Lena did end up dying. I don't know what damage finished. Yeah, about to say, Lena looked like she escaped, but died on the high ground to Malefice damage, maybe, is my guess. It was out of the Midnight Pulse, so maybe even the conversions.
Yeah. He came down. He must have had very little life by the time he came back down. And yeah, you're right. Maybe just got followed up from a few Eidolons and remaining Malphus damage got him. lingering midnight pulse, maybe ticking one time extra before he stepped out. Who knows?
Well, that's a decent pickup, so Pain make something out of that, and that also cuts into Lena's Bloodstone charges. So down to 5, Storm still on 8. Didn't actually get any, wasn't in range to get the bonus Bloodstone charge. And again, we see Pain in the Roshan pit.
Yeah.
No Radiant Vision. That's the big problem with the Radiant side, is not so much that the Rosh pit is close to Dire, but the way the game develops in the mid-game is that Pain take over the Radiant, the bottom side of the map, the Radiant jungle, and C9 take over the top side of the map, the Dire jungle, the top tower, the mid tower. And you never really, it's really difficult to get vision around the Roshan pit for the Radiant team as a result. For Dire, they set up vision around the Rosh pit because they want to ward the Radiant jungle regardless. So it's just natural kind of movement for Dire to go take Roshan, not even because it's closer to their side of the map.
So HFN now going to be sporting not only his bottled up regen, he's got an Aegis in tow. So this is a Storm Spirit's wet dream right here if they wanted to make a, or look for an opportunity to make a big splash. Could be it. Yet to see a black hole this game. Yeah. I'm ready. It better be a big one.
I mean, it's less about the black hole. It will come into play. It's the threat of the black hole, and also what else he can do with the items. Last team fight, putting the Glimmer Cape on the Storm Spirit helps him out.
Oh yeah.
Negates some of the combo potential of the Lina, especially a Lina who doesn't have Aghanim Scepter yet. That Laguna Blade will get heavily negated by a Glimmer Cape. So
without the precious Ags. Got to make sure you find that right target with a Laguna if you want to make a big effect.
But I think going back towards the BKB is probably the next move for Enigma. Get some survivability, and at that point, it's only the Nether Strike from Spirit Breaker that can cancel a black hole.
But a very disciplined C9, taking this game much slower than we saw from the first quarter of play. But they continue to be persistent on, especially hanging around this top part of the map. Taking over the jungle, trying to take that away from Pain, staying out and in the dark, away from where they know Pain might have that extra bit of vision. And now they're looking to take their jungle back. They move right in, and they'll start their own bits of farm here.
Yeah.
Double damage has spawned at the bottom. Not going to be eyeballed yet. SVG going deep. Going to play in a pretty deep.
Be careful.
Obs.
Storm does have a gem, so Storm catches wind of him. He will be looking for that kill. And Storm picks up a Lincoln's. Oh!
What the hell?
Flies by. He has regen rune, so he was just looking to farm bottom lane, but he flew very close to the bounty hunter.
I was going to say, like, if he saw him that brief moment and jumped in, that would have been, like, Highlander status right there.
Oh, I see him.
Hey, you. Oh, quick blink out from SVG, and he's not going too far. Hi, I got you. He is a Highlander. Pulls him right back in. He's going to get the quick kill. Dominating all of a sudden here for HFM. Goes from 0-3 to 5-4.
What exactly is a Highlander? I had this discussion with Merlini the other day.
I really didn't watch the show, but he's like some sort of crazy samurai guy who's got like big power. He carries a sword and like travels time.
But like as not in the context of this show, do you know what a Highlander is? Like, what do you like? If you call someone a Highlander, like
it's
what
like
is
a supreme being? I guess would be my best guess.
All right.
Sorry, Highlander nerds out there. There's probably not that many Highlander. That's way too old for most of these people watching. Yeah. He's playing as good as SpongeBob, everyone.
The 1986 movie, so
yeah, no one out there was born at that point.
Yeah, like, come on now.
Oh, here it comes. Pain Gaming, look at them. They're going on the assault using the Agham's Eye of the Storm. This tier 2 really doesn't stand a chance. Imagine a glyph coming out or any sort of follow-up defense. They're just going to keep split pushing, a little pressure here at the top. Brax will be forced to come back, but Pain. Do they decide to separate here? Ooh.
Storm found him.
Slave. He's like, I'm out of
Storm
here.
found the PL.
Oh, wow. We found the PL right by the secret shop, and they're going to get the catch from behind.
A long zip and just chased him down after the doppelganger. This is where Storm has this big mana pool. The Lincoln's Bloodstone gives him enough reach in that he can just keep on chasing the PL.
Okay.
And PL now finds himself feeding away more to Pain. Pain are right back into this game. They still got a pretty big gold deficit, but for the most part, it's gold in the right places. Storm Spirit is a hero you don't want to be behind in the late game. That's the big problem last game Pain had. Pain were even on gold last game, but Storm was behind, and they struggled. This game, Storm no longer behind, and they're doing much better because Storm can just make plays around the map, create time for them by just making space and, well, finding kills like we just saw.
It's been almost 10 minutes since C9 has last gotten a kill. Just to give you an idea, or like one kill at least. That one. Wait, hold on here. Oh no, Brax destroyed a tower? Oh yeah, it's been like nearly 10 minutes since C9 got a kill. Oh, look at this. They might get another grab here on MSS. There's that black hole. There it is. They got him.
I don't think that was the black hole you were waiting for, Dakota, but it's worth using a hole there. Like you say, we haven't seen a black hole this game, so it's better he goes 33 minutes and uses black hole for a solo kill than goes 40 minutes without using black hole once.
Yeah.
He'll have it up in 2 minutes or 3 minutes time, so.
Watch a big fight come out now, gods, and there's a dream black hole opportunity, and it is just gone. No, but
it would only happen because C9 go in because they know there is no hole, though, so it may affect how Pain have to play while hole's on cooldown, but they've got such a strong lineup now. Storm still has Aegis as well, so I think the fact they've got an Aegis is going to be enough to deter C9 from making a big defense.
Here comes the push. Pain now adding the pressure now to tier 2s here. Ritsu, or no, Brax rather, being cheeky with his illusions, cutting the creep wave way up from the top down to the middle lane, it looks like, but can't really stop this push. Look at all these freaking creeps here. My goodness. And the Eidolons, this is a very dead tier 2.
And they've got a big enough creep wave they can keep going. They don't really care too much about that little pull that Brax is doing.
Yeah.
Aghanim Scepter Razor. This is some fast push as well as level 16 ultimate.
Oh, here it comes. They immediately pop the Eye of the Storm, quickly rid of all of those creeps, drop a Midnight Pulse, and start to go to work. The Chiseling coming out from ADR. A jump in catch with a fissure, a follow-up, and they're going to try to see if they can get a quick grab on the Brax here. Remind you, they still have that extra life. The Lincoln's Pop coming out. There's a big echo onto the 3. Nice. Grave is able to save Cat for now. MSS goes in, looks to try to retreat on out here. Your first casualty will be that Earthshaker.
Aegis expired.
Long track, no more Aegis. Laguna follow-up. HFN is able to get off the suicide before it does go down. Looks like they'll be able to follow it up. Tavo will fall thereafter. A double kill for Ritsu. C9 hold, lose nobody, and take out 4.
They got overconfident there. They maybe just didn't quite know the Aegis timing where it expired, and also, kind of we talked about it, playing around the black hole. Like, yes, you can say, oh, that if they'd saved black hole, that would have been great, but the only reason C9 played as aggressive as they did was because they know black hole's on cooldown. So they know black hole's on cooldown. They knew the Aegis was expiring. They commit to that fight and just get a great result.
4 go down. I'm sure a couple of track bounties were picked up from it. And now it's C9 to cross the river again. That's some pressure back the way of Pain. I wonder how discouraged Pain might be after a fight like that. Maybe decide to wait for everything to be back online before they try to commit something like that again.
I don't think they'll be too discouraged. I think they don't know the gold deficit they're at. They don't know they're behind by about 10k net worth. They probably actually think after all that, like the huge mid-game comeback they had where C9 didn't get a kill for 10-15 minutes, they probably actually think this game's very even right now. At least, like, just from watching the game, it feels very even just based on the last 15 minutes. So that's probably what Pain are thinking. And the main problem with that fight there and what happened was that they lost the gem. So it's going to be a lot harder for them to maintain map control and to find the pickoffs they've been finding on Bounty Hunter and just to play against Bounty Hunter without a gem. So I imagine they'll pick up a new one in 50 seconds once it's available because that has been so important for them.
We'll see if that's going to be the case or not. For now, just relieving the pressure from all 3 lanes. As C9 just go back to their casual rotation and farm here. We could touch base with some of the additional item progression here. Ritsu, he's beefy. He's got that Scotty, of course. Manta had already been done. He's tanky. Well, what can we fill with that last magical slot? He's been holding off the Boots of Travel for quite a while, so that could replace the treads, but
let's see. Abyssal's always good. Gives you a way to kind of blink Abyssal or Storm and try and bring him down quickly.
Maybe a Butterfly?
Butterfly's, yeah, the other main option.
Don't really see an MKB coming together anytime for this Razor or Storm.
And Butterfly attack speed helps because there is this load coming out from the Shivers, and you'll just, your Illusions attacking faster means you're getting more mana break damage and more mana burn onto the Storm Spirit, so he's just going to have a smaller mana pool. So either Abyssal or Butterfly, we'll have to wait and see.
There's a gem now available, and is going to get grabbed. Okay, right on cue. Cat's going to take it. Now they don't have to feel too sketchy about that pesky little bounty hunter. Maybe if they can somehow find a way to stay in the dark, they can utilize it to get a pick on said bounty hunter.
I imagine, it gets handed off to the Storm again, so he can be the one playing aggressively around the map and maybe going for that 3rd defensive item, putting the Shivers on top of the Lincolns as well as the Bloodstone. Great item against the PL. But they've already got Shivers on Razor, which means they would be stacking the auras, so maybe something that they'll kind of deter them from going for a second Shivers.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Wait, who was that on? For the... Oh, yeah, you're right. For
Razor,
yeah.
He picked up... I saw the plate mail and was I mean, it could always be an AC or a Shivers, but
Could also be a Lotus Orb.
hey, new Lotus Orb is pretty damn nice. It's a great late game item.
They have a pretty good team to get a Lotus Orb against. You know,
Yeah.
bounce back a Track, bounce back a Laguna.
Yeah.
A Charge is always fun.
Yeah.
Coconut is really easy to see coming.
And I think also importantly is that it dispels Track. So ultimately, I think Lotus Orb as a late game item is more about being used as a repel than as a.
Oh yeah.
Then it's more about that than the Echo effect. The Echo effect is like the added bonus, but you can get rid of a Hex. Like it dispels a Hex, dispels a Track, dispels all kinds of negative abilities on yourself, which is more important than the flashier plays which come from the echoing of spells.
Dire's top tower
Here's
is under
Brax. He's
attack.
happy to move on in here, up into the high ground. And we'll start poking away at this tier 3 with all that fiery soul. There's the blink. There's the fissure. A follow-up echo. Glimmer's going to be there for Brax, so he's going to be fine. Turn back. Laguna. Gotcha.
It's the human
Going to be
Dire's
taking down the
middle tower
Earthshaker.
is under attack.
So he is out. No echo. No effective echo now going to be used. And the tier 3 ends up dropping. So Rax is going to be exposed. FVG continues to dish out the tracks. And it looks like it's C9's time if they want to get that first real siege damage done. They have the capability here.
And this is kind of do or die. Storm has spent all his money, has no buyback by buying a sheep stick, so they've got to come up big with this team fight or potentially just lose the game. PL will quickly take multiple lanes of Raxes if Storm dies.
Does C9 have a
Long
comfortable
ball.
position where they want to do it? Long ball and a quick jump out. As expected from your Storm, this is not going to be an easy Dream Black Hole for Tavo. I mean, they are staying very well spread with someone always kind of on the outskirts to cancel that Black Hole. Looks like C9 with the return of Earthshaker don't want to overstay their welcome. So it looks like they just turn back away with their winnings.
Yeah, Brax TP's down bottom. He's got a Shivers of his own, so he's nice and tanky. And that's where the Storm is not just easily finding pickoffs to start a fight. You can't just ball in, find a squishy support. The easiest kill is probably SVG's bounty, but he's using the Blink Dagger and just hiding very well. Witch Doctor's Sing on 1600 HP. 1437, his build, by the way, just the 1 point in Voodoo. I actually have not seen this build before. I've seen like the skipping Maledict and going stats over Maledict, which is, I'd say, kind of common, like the Dazzle skipping Poison Touch, but 1 point in Voodoo. This is something completely different and pretty new from as far as I've seen.
Yeah. I guess he could take a lot of punishment in case the attention does come his way. But well, what's important, I guess, is he does have the stun, the Death Ward, and also that Precious Agnum Scepter on top of it. So.
Oh, they got to move fast. They smoked up. They're drawing arrows to the Roche pit, but Painter already got Roche down to half HP, but
here they come. Here they come. Is the timing going to be there? Roche is still only at half.
the medallion.
SCPG's nearby. The smoke will pop if they get close.
they need Enigma.
There it is. Go in there with a coconut. Oh, they're waiting. Oh, LSA misses everyone. Not going to get a cut. Instead, he gets hit with a fissure. And they have to jump out. HFN, second guesses, moves out, moves back in. Look at Tavo, though. Great position up on the high ground here, hoping for the Dream Black Hole if it's going to be coming here. But C9, very passive, very disciplined. They do not want to overcommit. MSS is going to make that committed jump. Decides to go in for Cat. Down, back, and behind. There it is. Jump in. Black Hole looking to go for the backstaff right here. A follow-up Echo. Very big catch for them. And, oh, look at this. It's going to be Demon, though. Double kill. Laguna going to annihilate, take out the Razor. HFN, very little mana to work with. Tries to withstand, but it's Ritsu. Ritsu all day, who's trying to just sweep up the mess, but a long jump comes out from HFN.
He's tracked. They're going to chase him down.
Doppelganger forward. Spirit Lance, and the last bits of mana could be chopped
He's
away.
going to blink.
Jump, and oh, ADR's back. He bought back here. Is going to be able to keep Ritsu in
Is
check.
he going to blink forward?
He's committing for this one. Look at Ritsu go. MSS is going to be there as well. They're committing in. No. Decide to step back. Damage being sapped away. Ritsu trying to walk out with the help of the Doppelganger to get away, and looks like he will.
Storm actually denied the Aegis in the middle of that fight. Like I guess he was trying to pick it up. He picked up the cheese, denied the
Dire's
Aegis.
top barracks are under attack.
That was just a shit show, gods.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Dire's top barracks
Enigma didn't quite catch everyone he hoped for in the black hole as well, which kind of cost them as well. And now top melee racks exposed. There is siege creep there if they want to go in, but I think C9 just want to kind of regroup and figure out exactly what happened there and what they can do now.
I mean, I don't think it'd be too far-fetched for them to take this time of farm and just have at it once more. You know that this black hole is going to be on cooldown. Same with the Echo Slam.
Well, PL's so tanky now. I actually went for a Satanic, so more HP, some life still in the mix as well. there is not really any killing this PL, at least not easily.
Here comes the linebacker. MSS looking to charge on in. Has his sight set for Tavo, who's going to turn back with a Midnight Pulse.
You think he's the linebacker? I think the PL is, with his illusion army in the
He's
front
the
line.
rest of the football team. It's like MSS is just one player.
Okay.
Jump in from HFN and then a sidestep. They're just trying their best to keep C9 distracted here. Brax moves in. And that one exposed melee Rax could be going down here. Very touch and go from both sides. Just a little jab here, a little poke there. Brax steps out, steps back in. Gonna get pull here. Big jump in from HFN as Lincoln's gonna get popped. Follow-up charge. They're not overcommitting. Big Fisher block there onto Brax. Puts him in a bit of a rough spot. ADR, though, is going to get hit real hard with that Laguna. A jump and echo, but Brax was already in the air, so he's going to avoid it. Will end up going down, or at least committing the suicide. But look at that Death Ward fly out from Mr. Senpai Demon. Gets a big set of kills, and it's Ritsu once more who's going to be able to clean up the rest. They dropped 3 all day from the side of Pain, and now we're going right for the remaining racks here at the top lane. Looks like it could be the beginning of the end potentially here for Pain. Even tracked up and hiding in the fountain. These little support Dazzle, and HFN has to wait a bit to recover. Now makes a jump to mid and back out, but look at this.
Ritsu killing him in their fountain.
Oh, Ritsu, please.
Dazzle was just like, just respawned, I think, and just Ritsu's like, okay, I'll go into your fountain and kill you.
Looks like
No
C9
mercy.
have done it. Mid lane racks are going to be going down here, and they'll just continue to move in, going for the jugular. Ritsu's like, screw this FNG. Yeah. But they should be able to get it done. So, Pain Gaming, I have to say, I do applaud them. They were able to get themselves back into the mix, not really bringing the net worth back even, but as you said before, this game felt pretty damn even. Here's the final hurrah, potentially a jump in from HFN, tries to get the pull. Not going to be able to stay too long, has to jump right back, but not before he's going to get smacked with a track. One tier 4 is going to be going down. Ritsu's looking to go for the other with Brax here. They should be able to get it, but yeah, Pain Gaming did hold their own. HFN string together a lot of kills. They got those good couple of Roches, but you know, there was a stronghold from C9 in the top lane. Knowing the Enigma Black Hole was down, they were happy to extend outside their base. Got a big set of kills and continued their pressure there on the top lane. Ever since then, Cloud9 just got to do what they want, and this PL was just way too farmed.
Well, Senpai is happy. He's got a refresher orb on Witch Doctor, of all heroes.
Look at that.
He's going to be forced to level up his skills soon, by the way.
That has to be one of the first and few refresher orbs.
Yeah. He's being forced to get level 2 Voodoo Restoration. At some point, it's like, you can't level up stats any longer until you get, like, or you just, like, use all your stat points up, I think. So, yeah, he's already maxed out his stats, so it's like, okay, I guess I got to get some more points in Voodoo.
Ritsu ditches the Blink Dagger and changes it out for a Basher now.
Okay.
More damage. No need to use the Blink for farming.
Yeah, they've got a big enough advantage and doesn't need the farming mobility of the Blink, doesn't really need the initiation onto the Storm. They've got him under control. They've got 2 lanes of rack, so it's better to go for this more game-ending item.
Buyback only on the Storm for the side of Pain. This one.
Well, they've got to just go make some ballsy plays. They need to just jump as early as possible, it feels like. Although 1437 is already in the trees in a good position to kind of counterplay this.
Don't know how long. Oh, every time I'm about to say, I don't know how long this Roche is about to happen, but they conveniently have the pop out right there for me. So it looks like 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Yes, the clock is broken. It's not moving. It's not ticking. I have no idea what's happening there. But 3 minutes still to go before Pain want to try to maybe do a sneaky Roche fight or something. I don't think it's going to be happening. Cloud9 are already coming for the final blow here. In through the southern door. Tier 3 and racks still stand. Though everything else in the base has been pretty much wiped out. This could be Pain's final hurrah. Everything is up and off cooldown. This is it, boys.
Yeah, Brax in the front line. He doesn't have buyback. It's on cooldown, but ultimately C9's position, even if he gets 5-man dived and they bring Brax down, it doesn't really matter. It probably means PL is cleaning up in the fight.
They're smoked. Trying to hide.
PL's actually mid. He can just pressure that last T4 tower is on 65 HP, so Ritsu can easily just send Manta Illusions at it if he wants to, and it's not just bottom lane you've got to defend.
Oh, they're quick jump on the Brax. They really want to get this Lina out of there, but he's getting help in the Glimmer Cape. Could go into self-Yules as necessary. It's not going to be necessary. ADR not be able to finish him off moving in. HFN eats that Laguna, tries to go for Brax. Black Hole's on the back end side, but not able to finish anyone off. Ritsu gets his first kill of this fight, taking down that Earthshaker. HFN trying to run, really low on mana, able to jump away from trouble, eats a Shuriken. Meanwhile, look at that, ADR's able to finish off Weebu King. Suicide's going to have to come out, and there's that buyback. ADR in a bit of trouble now as Ritsu chases him down, is going to take him out. No buyback for him. This looks like it's going to be it, gods. 3 go down, and that's going to be game. Tal's thrown in. C9, best Pain Gaming, 2-0 in the second round, best of 3. Pain will be moved down into that lower bracket, best of 1. And now we get to see Cloud9 face Digital Chaos in the winner bracket final.
There's been a lot of talk about second best in NA, because obviously no one can be as good as EG right now. It's going to take some time to get there, but as things stand right now, it's unclear who is that second best NA team, and C9 and Digital Chaos, the two kind of looking to make that claim. So that's not that I don't think that one series necessarily decides it, because that's just the winner bracket. In theory, it's the winner bracket final, and then later on a best of 5 grand final. So this is almost like a teaser for the grand finals. As obviously, we're kind of talking about that in the context of whoever loses making their run through the lower bracket. But to me, these two teams have been by far the best teams in this qualifier.
I certainly agree with that. Yeah. And Pain, a little bit of potential there. We'll see if they're going to be that team to battle away from that lower bracket. Hopefully, get to face the loser of that future match, Cloud9 versus Digital Chaos. And I have to agree with you. I'm super excited to see that match. That's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow.
I cannot wait.
Both lower bracket, 2 BO1s in the lower bracket.
Okay.
And then the best of 3 winner bracket final. So
wonderful. Looking forward to that, folks. That's going to be here about the same time, same place tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, I believe. There we go.
Sounds right. Maybe 3 p.m. I don't know.
Time zone.
Check
for
your match
else.
stickers.
Yeah, figure it out yourself. But with that said, we're going to wrap things up here. It's a pleasure as always. If you missed any of the matches earlier, we've been uploading the VODs over on the Beyond the Summit YouTube channel. And of course, for us, we're going to finish up here. I'm Coddle Guy. That's Gods. We'll see you next time for more Nanyang Championship action tomorrow as we get to see Digital Chaos go against Cloud9 and, of course, some great best-of-1 matches. We'll see you soon.